Good morning everyone. I hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. I'm gonna close my door real quick. Good morning everyone. I hope everybody's having. Hold on, let me turn that down so we don't get any residual sound from my phone. Welcome and thank you so much for being here. My name is Jana Edwards and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Corpus Christi, Texas. And I go live twice a week, Tuesdays at 9. I just recently changed my schedule. I had a conflict on Mondays, so we're going to start doing coffee and a card on Tuesdays at 9, and then we're going to do creative Thursdays or Thursday online class, Thursdays at 3 p.m. So how it works is I choose one product, one Stampin' Up! Product, whether it be a suite, a bundle, a standalone stamp set. I choose a product each week and I create 4 projects with that product. On Mondays, we create 1 project, and then on Thursdays, we create 3 additional projects. And I offer those projects as a class to go kit, which means I put all of the pre-cut cardstock, all of the if we use any embellishments, if we use any die cuts or anything like that that aren't included in the featured product of the week. So if I use a die from a different set, those die cuts will be included. If I use a embossing folder, that embossing page will be fit. So you have a kit, and the only thing that you need is the featured product that we use during those 2 classes for the week to complete the projects exactly like I have completed mine. If you have other products in your stash, you can certainly use those products and substitute those products that you already own. If you like the layouts and the papers that I use, then you have that kit with the layouts, the papers, the die cuts that we used to create your own projects with the products that you already own. Okay, so I send those kits out to you. If you place a $50 order in my online store by Saturday, I will send the kit out to you as a free gift, as to say thank you for your purchase. Okay, if you have any questions about that, you can drop me a comment in the comment box below or DM me on Facebook. You can find me on stampedinink.com. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, you can find me on stampedinink.com. I have a blog. You can search Facebook at Stamped in Ink. Of course, if you're on Facebook or on YouTube, you're seeing this live there. Okay, so I have just a few things that I would like to go over with you. Today we are going to be using the Trusty Tools. It is it's a not a newer product, but it is one that I had in my stash and I really enjoyed creating with it. I created with it, I believe it was sometime last year. And I enjoyed creating with it, but there were some features in it that I didn't use, and Father's Day is around the corner. So if you have this stamp set, please use these ideas. Create your dad a really cute gift for Father's Day. All right. I'm also excited to let you know that I have created my first creative kit. So this is a kit that you will receive, again, all of the products to create the projects. It includes a half a pack of designer series paper, 2 embellishments, and then project kits to create 4 cards and 1 one card keeper box. It will also include you have options to purchase the 2 stamp sets or the 2 bundles that I use for this. You have an option to purchase just the standalone kit. There's an option for my team members, and there's also an option for just the PDF and the tutorial video. So I'm going to turn my camera down and I'm going to show you those things. I have a few announcements and then I'll show you those things and then we will get started with our project for today. Don't forget to grab your coffee. You know, you got to stay energized for the day, right? All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn down to my desktop. Here we go. I am going to open this up for you. So just a few announcements from Stampin' Up. Right now, they're having a suite sale. So any item that is hello from the Netherlands. How are you today? Thank you for joining me. Is it Anek? It's nice that you're here. Thanks for being here this morning. So the announcements that I have is Stampin' Up! Has a buy one, get one 50% off of all of their suites. So if you have a suite in the catalog or even an online exclusive that you're looking at, you can purchase the entire suite and get another entire suite half off, or you can purchase just the stamp set and then the paper. Or if you want the embellishments, you like the ribbon and the embellishments, you can get buy one, get one half off. And they will take off the half price from the lower priced items. So watch how you put your things in your cart. So if you have a sweet stamp set and paper, the lower price is going to come off of the paper. So you will get the designer series paper pack for Inaka. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here this morning. So if you want the suites, go online and there's a section that says, there's a section where you can shop just the suites. You can go in there and shop the suites and it'll show you all the suites and then it'll show you the products. If you click on the suite, it'll show you the products that are in the suite. Okay? Stampin' Up! Also has a virtual album retreat that is going to be happening from July the 16th to July the 18th. You can purchase your virtual kit. Let me get rid of this real quick so you can see the rest of my desktop. Okay, you can purchase the virtual kit. It's $250 and you will receive a 2-page layout for 12 months. So you'll receive January through December. And then during the retreat from July 16th to July 18th, you'll have access to a exclusive Facebook group. And you can go online and you can join in that Facebook group and create all of your kits is what I'm trying to say. So they'll have I don't remember if they said they're going to do they'll give you a link to join the virtual online, but I do know that there is a Facebook group for this. So you'll be able to create this, and so for $250 you'll get 2-page layouts, so for the 12 months. So that's 24 layouts, and you'll receive all of everything will be pre-cut for you. So basically all you have to do is assemble it. And you get several of the exclusive stamp sets also in the kit. So if that's something that you're interested in, they are available only while they last. So make sure that you grab that if you want it. Okay, so the creative kit that I have put together uses the Pretty Florals and the Sweet Blooms stamp sets. I have created 4 projects and a card keeper. So there's a little card keeper for you, and then 4 cards that you'll create in this kit. There is an option to purchase the kit. You will get you'll get a half pack of cardstock. So you get a half a pack of cardstock, and then you'll have all of the kits here to create your projects. You'll have a small bag with all of your die cuts that we use on the projects. If it's a die cut that's not included with the stamp sets. I'll include those in here. You get a half a pack of paper, some linen thread, and the new in color flat pearls. So the price with the 2 stamp sets, you'll have the option to purchase the 2 stamp sets, is it's $130, and that is receiving one of the bundles full price and one of the other bundle half price. So it's $130 for that, and shipping is included in the US. I also have an option if you want to buy, you already own the suite and you just want the kit. The kit is $45. For my team members, I offer it for $30 for the kit. And then there's also an option to purchase the PDF and video tutorial only for $15 if you're interested in that. I will send out a link tomorrow in my email newsletter. And so if you're interested in any of those options or in the kit, sign up for my email newsletter and I will send that out. I will send a link out to for registration for that tomorrow. Registration is going to be open through June the 28th. I'm going to set this off to the side so I have some space. If you're interested in that, please sign up for my email newsletter. There's a link in the description of the video, and you'll get that information in your email tomorrow. So we're going to be using these products today. We're going to be using the Trusty Tools stamp set with the dies, and these are in the catalog. We're going to be using the, let me see, exposed brick embossing folder. So we'll be using the exposed brick embossing folder, and then I have Lost Lagoon. Sorry, I'm going to grab these real quick. Pretty Peacock, Granny Apple Green, and Darling Duckling. So we'll be using these. We'll be using these ink pads. So we'll have Darling Duckling, Granny Apple Green, Petunia Pop, and Lost Lagoon. And you'll also need a Memento black ink pad, okay? This card is pretty simple, pretty easy. So this is what we'll be creating today. I used the pencil image from the stamp set. So you have, it's a 2-step stamp set. You have the pencil and then you have a filler image. And then there's also, if you wanted to cut any of these out and layer them on here, there's also a die inside the dies to cut it out. We're going to be creating on Thursday. I have 3 other projects. It's 2 cards and then a really cute little toolbox treat. All right, so let's get started with this. I have a card base. I'm going to stack these up over here until I need them. Move that out of the way. So I have a card base, and I've just used thick white. So I'm going to grab a piece of thick white cardstock. I'm going to stand up for a minute. I'm going to get rid of this so you can see my whole desktop, okay? So I'm going to use a thick white card base, and I'm going to cut it at, make sure I'm cutting it the right way. Yeah, I'm going to cut it at 5.5 here. And then I'm going to score it at 4.25. Oh, you made Christmas cards? So Inaka said she made Christmas cards from this set once, and I really like it. I made some like I have some friends that do a lot of renovations and things, so I created some really cute like paintbrushes for, you know, like with pinks and all the girly colors. All right, so I started with this card base, and I'm going to just go ahead and fold this, give it a good crease here. You're a hobby demo? That's wonderful. Okay, I'm going to grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and then we are going to, I have a piece of thick white cardstock that is 4 by 5 1/4, and then I have another piece of thick white cardstock that's 3 3/4 by 5. All right, but I'm going to take the 4 by 5 1/4 and I'm going to run it through my embossing folder. Okay, what did I do with it? All right. So the direction in the embossing folder, the direction of the brick is it's horizontal, or you just want to make sure that if you're, you know, you put your cardstock in the right way. You don't want to put your cardstock in this way because it's not gonna, to me, it doesn't look right. You want to make sure that your bricks look like they're actually on the wall. So, because if you put them in this way and then you turned your cardstock around, your bricks are not going to be the right direction. So I'm going to put this in here, just layer it up, put it in my machine. Run it through. I'm going to set my machine back over here. Then I'm going to take my adhesive, my liquid adhesive, and I'm just going to put some liquid adhesive onto the back of this panel, and I'm going to layer it right on my card base front. I prefer to open my cards and lay down my layers because it helps me see where my positioning is. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to set that aside, and then we're going to start stamping our pencils. I'm going to grab a piece of grid paper. So I can use the lines. They'll help me keep my image straight. I'm going to rearrange some of my stamps real quick. Okay. So you're going to want your Memento black ink. And then we're just going to stamp several of the pencils on our piece of cardstock. And then I just went, I kind of staggered, you know, I moved them up and down and up and down. It's almost like you have a bunch of pencils on your desktop and they're just kind of everywhere. That's how I wanted it to look. They're just kind of scattered on your desk. So if they're crooked, it's okay. It's art. Let's see, how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I stamped 12 of the pencils. Now I'm going to open. I'm going to see if I made sure I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 here. That's okay. It's all right if it's uneven. Now I'm going to take the filler image and just put it in my ink, and I'm going to just stamp it and fill in my pencil. This one, which one was our center? This one right here. Okay. This was Darling Duckling. I'm going to grab my chamois here and just wipe that ink off. And I'm going to go with my Lost Lagoon and just ink up my filler again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to ink that up again. And I'm just kind of going at random, you know, and stamping our pencils. I'm going to do one more right here. Okay, so now I'm going to grab our Petunia Pop, clean off our little filler image. Whoops. Got to be careful wiping that off because I just knocked my stamp loose. All right. So now I'm going to grab Petunia Pop and we're going to just continue on till we get all of our pencils filled in. Now I'm going to grab Granny Apple Green. And fill in our remaining pencils. Okay, Clean off our stamp real quick so we don't get ink everywhere. I used this set when it was available as a bundle when it first came out, and I used all of the builder images because there's lots of dies in the set that will allow you can build a drill, you can I think there's pieces you can build a hammer, but I used a lot of the builders, like this piece cuts out the top of the hammer, this piece and this piece cut out, you know, there's a drill, and then there's a pair of pliers somewhere. Somehow or another you build the pliers. But I used a lot of those images, and I didn't take advantage of the two-step stamping part of it. Okay, so now I'm going to add some liquid glue to the back of this panel, and we're going to glue it down to our card front. You can, you know, make your pencils face up, face down. I just prefer them all going upward. And we're just going to center this right in the middle of that embossed piece. Now I have the Grow with Love stamp set, or the Grow with Love bundle. I used the largest label die from that bundle, and I'm going to cut out a label. I'm going to go over to the side here, and I'm just going to cut out a label really quick from a piece of scrap thick white cardstock. I'm just off to the side here on my work surface where I normally have everything set up, and I'm just going to cut this out real quick. I might cut out two, so that way if I mess up I'll have another one. When you cut, you cut out a rectangle or something with your paper trimmer, you can utilize both sides. So if you mess up, you can turn your paper over and use the other side. But I find that when you die cut things, there's a smooth edge and a rough edge, so a top and a bottom. So personally, I don't like to turn them over and reuse them. Okay, so I just die cut that out, and it just pops right out. So I have this label here. I'm going to put this back in the set so I don't lose it. And now we're going to take the You Are Awesome. It says You're the Most Awesome. And I'm going to grab my piercing mat so I have some cushion so I'll get a crisper image behind my stamp. I'm going to line my label up on my paper to make sure that it's straight, and then I'm going to grab my Memento ink. You could use any color you wanted. I find that Secret Sea is my favorite. Seems to be my go-to right now, but I just thought the black with that black outline of the pencils would look good here. So I'm going to just stamp that right in the center. I'm going to hold it down so that the ink has time to absorb into the paper. There we go. Now I'm going to grab about 3 dimensionals. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of here of our little label. Grab our card. Get these dimensionals off of the back. And I'm going to position it right off center to the right side. Then I'm grabbing, these are like my I'm in love with the flat pearls. What do you think? I love the new flat pearls in the 24, 26 in colors and the 25, 27 in colors. I just love them. I love the antique pearls too. These are my favorite embellishments. So I'm using, I think this one is Summer Splash. I'm going to use the Summer Splash ones, and I'm just going to put some of these on our card here. I think a card looks really cute when you sprinkle a little embellishment on it. Oh, I also took one of the pencil image and finished off the inside of the card. So I'm going to grab our pencil. I'm going to ink it up in Memento ink. And then I just stamped one along the bottom here. And then I think I'm going to go with the Petunia Pop. And just ink the pencil. I believe on this one I used the Lost Lagoon ink. But there we have it. There is our card for this morning. Isn't it cute? I really like it. It would be great with like a happy birthday or even a thinking of you or any sentiment, I think. You know, any creative little sentiment. I just thought it turned out so cute. But there's our card for today, and I hope that you enjoyed being here. Thank you so much for being here with me this morning. I will be back again on Thursday at 3 p.m. where we will create. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like it. I will be back. Yes. Hi, Michelle. It would be super cute for a teacher and make a gift card. Yes, it would be. It would be so easy to create another flap in here for a little gift card holder. But I will be back again on Thursday at 3 p.m. We are going to create 3 more projects. I have a really cute little treat box. I'm making a feminine and a masculine version so you guys can see the difference in the two. And then we'll make 2 other cards and we will create the little treat box. I'll be live again Thursday at 3 p.m. and I hope you'll be here to join me. If you're interested in any of the things that we talked about at the beginning of the video, please sign up for my email newsletter list. I send all that information out over my email to my email subscribers, and I hope that you guys will come back and join me again on Thursday. Thanks so much for being here, and happy stamping!